You're welcome to the concluding part of the topic, musical scale. So quickly, today we're going to talk about the other kinds of scale. So apart from the diatonic scale, chromatic scale, pentatonic scale, and their relative minor, we also have other kinds of scales. Like I said previously, we have so many kind of scale in the world, and this is so because aside the fact that the scale of a particular music portrays the mood of the music, the scale also helps to carry the inflectional character of every language. This is what I mean. In some tribes, the tone of their language dictates or affect the kind of scale you have in that tribe. So we're going to talk about some kind of scales today. We have the whole tone scale, the blues scales, and the ecclesiastic modes. All right. Before us, it's a whole tone scale, and it is so because every distance between any of the notes is the interval of a tone, or what you call two semitones. So when you move from C to D is a tone, and from D to E is another tone. Now from E to F sharp is a tone. From F sharp to G sharp is a tone. From G sharp to A sharp is also a tone. Now from A sharp to C is another tone. So that you see every movement here is of a tone. This kind of scale was popularized during the late Romantic period. Yes, it was used by composers in that musical era. And we have the blues scale. Blues scale contains the blue notes. Alright, so we have different kinds of blues scales, but the most important factor here is the fact that blues scale has the flattened third and of course the flattened seventh. Now, basically, the blues scale neither sound like the major scale nor the minor scale, so it's in between. You have a task here. Answer these questions and type the correct answer in the comment section. Alright. What is the relevance of scale to music creation? This is a very important question, because as a musician you can't but hear the word scale, right? So what is the importance of scale to music creation? The scale can help the music creator set a mood for his music. So the knowledge of a particular scale, the ability to manipulate the tones and semitones, and knowing a particular pitch to be selected, we set a particular mood for the music. There's a popular notion that the major scale portrays happiness, joyous atmosphere, and the minor scale portrays melancholic disposition. It's a kind of mystery, but I don't quite believe in that. But that is, to them, it's just like a basic principle. So if you agree with this notion, explain that in the comment section. And if you don't, I want you to also tell us why you feel that is not correct. Scale playing helps performers get better finger movement on their musical instrument. Of course, scale playing is one of the skills you learn when you are a beginner on a particular instrument. It helps your fingering. Also, it expands your pitch vocabulary. Also, knowledge of scale is a powerful tool for improvisation. Okay, the third one, the scale also helps to get the tonality of any musical piece. Of course, if you want to get the tonality of a particular piece of music like we learned previously, if you are not sure, you can go back in time to my previous videos where I talk about how to get the tonality of a piece of music through the scale. Alright, the scale also helps to discover more about the featured pitches in a piece of music. So the knowledge of scale also helps you to understand more about the relationship between the pitches that make up a particular piece of music. It helps you to discover a whole lot about the music in this regard. I don't play like Michelle and Luke. So this statement will help us to understand more about the modes. But before that, the ecclesiastic modes are European scales that were created on every musical alphabet from A to G, right? It's like when you play the white keys on the keyboard without the interference of the black keys. Of course, the church popularized it, but it was also used in the secular setting in those days. History told us that these scales were also referred to as the Greek modes. There's a theory that says that the modes were named after cities in the ancient Greece. If you are of that school of thought, you can explain more about this in the comment section. This is Ionian mode. Obviously, this mode look like the major scale because of the position of tones and semitones in it. At the beginning of Baroque period, all these modes were compressed to just two, and the Ionian mode is one of them. So the Ionian mode became the major scale in the wake of the Baroque period. So instead of Ionian mode, we have the major scale, right? Remember, I don't play like Michel and Luke. So this is the Dorian mode, and of course the tones and semitone pattern differs. Alright, you see the semitone here, quite different from the Ionian mode, right? Let's talk about the Phrygian mode. So the Phrygian mode starts from E. So we've talked about the one created on C, which is the Ionian mode, and we've talked about the Dorian mode, which starts from D. So when you have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, that's your Dorian mode. And when you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C, that's your Ionian mode. And when you have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, that's your Phrygian mode, without the interference of the accidentals or the black keys on the keyboard, right? So that's just the difference. Ordinarily, E major we have sharp on F, G will be sharpened, C will be sharpened, and D will be sharpened. But in Phrygian mode, you don't have sharp, just the natural keys of the keyboard, right? The Lydian mode. The Lydian mode will start from F. Remember, in the major scale, you see that F major will start from F to the upper F, but it has one flat on B. Lydian mode doesn't have any accidentals, no flattened note, just the natural keys on the keyboard, right? This is the Mixolydian mode. It starts from G to G, and if you look at the semitone pattern, you see that they are not the same. Alright, Mixolydian mode starts from G and ends on the upper G, right? And the arrangement of tones and semitone in it is different from the other modes. So when you pick the pitches from G to the upper G without sharp or flat, then that is the Mixolydian mode, right? Aeolian mode starts on A to the upper A. And when you look at this scale very well, it looks like the natural minor. It looks like A natural minor. Look at where the semitone is. We have semitone here, and we also have semitone here. So that's exactly the Aeolian mode, right? The Locrian mode starts from B and ends on B. Alright, so it was not commonly used, especially in the church in the era of mode. If you can tell us the reason why this was so, you can educate us by writing it in the comment section. It's neither B major nor B minor because there is no accidentals on it, just the natural pitches. So one important thing about the mode is the fact that they have 8 notes. And all these notes are planted on every letter of the music alphabet, right? So the Ionian mode was created on C, the Dorian mode created on D, the Phrygian mode created on E, the Lydian mode created on F, the Mixolydian mode created on G, the Aeolian mode created on A, and the Locrian mode created on B, right? We mentioned that the Ionian mode and the Aeolian mode are similar to the major and the minor scales. I don't play like Michel and Luke. So this statement will help you get the order of arrangements of the modes on every musical letter from C to B. I stands for Ionian mode. Don't, that is the Dorian mode, right? Play, Phrygian mode, which starts on E, like that's Lydian mode, which starts on F. Michel, that is Mixolydian mode, which starts on G, and Aeolian mode, which starts on A, and Luke, the Locrian mode, which starts on B. We are going to expand this in our subsequent video. We're going to talk about how to transpose from one mode to another, and of course we're going to expand on the other possibilities of using the scales. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the section on scale, and if you have any question for me, you can write it in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.